Well, greetings, viewers and voyeurs. Got that funk here. Um, I wanted to do a contribution from a hetero point of view, I suppose, at least my hetero point of view, for It Gets Better. I thought it was a really worthy project, and I hope my submission is accepted. Anyways, right, this is kind of a rehash of a video I did way back when I first started making videos, but the sound quality is really crap on that, and I've got 4,000 subscribers since then. So I thought I might reiterate. Basically, once upon a time, back when I was a boy, and I first became aware that there was such a thing as homosexuals and homosexuality, my response was an innate homophobia for quite some time. The very idea that men could be physical together somehow, just repulsed me, and I don't know how much of that was, I was too young to really dissect my own thinking at the time. I don't know how much of that was programmed into me and how much was just some kind of, you know, lack of comprehension and therefore, fear of my lack of understanding causes me to act in a way that is repulsed. You know, I think that's one of the ways we deal with things we don't understand sometimes. So, anyway, and I really didn't have any bullying or anything like that in a physical way when I was growing up. I was ostracized quite a bit, and every now and again people would call me gay or queer or whatever, or homo. That was a big word in the '70s where I lived. But since I knew I wasn't gay, it never sort of sank in. I never really felt that threatened by it. I just knew that my friends or acquaintances or schoolmates, whatever, were using the word because they thought it had some sort of power to hurt me. Um, and if I thought they really meant it, maybe it would have. I don't know. I just knew that they must know I'm not gay because I'm so not gay, sort of thing. And that's that. But as I was getting older, and I'm talking about puberty and then some, it started to become quite apparent to me that some of my friends were gay, and these were people I'd known since we were little kids, and people who I had a lot of respect for and admiration for as human beings, and there's no way that I was going to stop being their friend just because, they might possibly actually be gay. They hadn't come out to me, but, once I started getting more aware, it just, started to be obvious to me. And so I started getting over my homophobia because I didn't want to discriminate against people who I knew were perfectly decent people just like me. There's, everyone's a little bit weird, right? And all that kind of stuff. So what's the difference? And so that was my sort of first minuscule step away from homophobia. And as I got older into my later teens, I was, moving compared to the people I was around because I grew up in a hick town. I was pretty progressive because I had gay friends in the first place. But nevertheless, I still, I used to say things which I would now consider quite homophobic. For example, I used to say, oh, I don't mind what they get up to as long as they keep it in private. I used to say that shit all the time. I said that shit for years. Um, and it took me probably until my early 20s before I was really comfortable watching guys kiss each other or whatever. Before it didn't make me just go, "Ooh, wow, they're kissing, wow," you know. and so I don't know. That's how it was for me, But the reason I'm making this video because it does get better, The very last thing I am nowadays is homophobic, and there was a lot of stages along the way, different things that happened. Um, there was one time, about, I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago now, where a guy kissed me in a nightclub. He just grabbed my face and kissed me. And, it didn't make me go, ew, and neither did it make me go, and I realized then that I was so far gone from the homophobe I used to be. And my profession now is I'm a body piercer, and I do below the belt piercings on fellas. And again, it's no big deal to me. It's just another piece of flesh as far as I'm concerned. And for me, that was the final straw. I mean, I know if I can, the fact that you got gloves on doesn't make it any less weird when you're, you know, meddling with someone else's bits. So, and if I was homophobic, I just couldn't do that. So I've come an awfully, awfully long way. And I was, pretty far gone when I first started out. I really didn't think I would have any tolerance for gays until I realized I already had gays in my life and I tolerated them just fine. Um, so I do think that it's exposure and patience, and in my case, being open minded enough to realize that I had an unreasonable prejudice, and I didn't want to. I wanted to get over it, and in increments over the years, it did. I mean, by the time I was in my early 20s, I was perfectly fine. If I had gay friends who hit on me sometimes, I never felt threatened by it or anything like that. And in fact, I still to this day, if a fella comes on to me, I take it as a compliment, even though I'm not interested. Because, quite frankly, and I know what this sounds like, but I don't give a fuck. I mean, if you can appeal to both sexes, you must have something going on, right? Anyway, so that's all I've got for you. It definitely gets better. Not all straight people who are, uh, homophobic stay that way forever. It can get better. And it can get better by just persistently being their friend and not necessarily correcting them on their bullshit too much, but just being there and proving their bullshit wrong. All right, that's all I got. This got that funk. Thanks for watching, and may all your ups and downs be ups.